Oh, you got a trade rescinded in the NBA. Bobby Marks, ESPN, has the details here. Mark Williams, who's going from Charlotte to the LA Lakers. Dalton Knecht was on his way to Charlotte, but Mark Williams did not pass a physical. So he goes back to Charlotte. Dalton Knecht and Cam Reddish go back to LA. And the draft conditions as well. Lakers get their picks back. So they said it wasn't due to the back injury, but there's plenty of other issues going on with Mark Williams, who has been averaging 20 and 12 in his last 10 games. So the Lakers don't get the big man they were coveting. Dalton Knecht, though, does go back to L.A., and they could always use a shooter.
You know who's happy about that?
Dalton Knecht.
Dalton Knecht gets to go back and play with Luka. Everybody's excited about that matchup. Obviously, you want to have a big. Jackson Hayes has been playing well for the Lakers so far, but having Mark Williams, a center that you could throw lobs to, somebody who has been averaging 16 and 10 so far this season, that was an interesting prospect to have him paired up with Luka, kind of like how they had in Dallas. Luka got Daniel Gafford and, Blake Lively, Derek Lively. Derek Lively, both those bigs together with Luka paired was a disaster because you have those bigs on one end wrecking shop in the paint, and you got Luka from the three-point line. That's what you want to see in LA. So you got to find a way to build around Luka. But so far, the Lakers are playing great. LeBron's playing at an all-time high at age 40. I don't even know what's going on there with that. Like LeBron found a genie. All right, LeBron found a genie.
Yeah, I mean, it's always unfortunate when stuff like this happens, but like you said, Bont, I'm sure Dalton Knecht is excited to get back with LeBron and Luka. And you can never have enough shooting, especially with LeBron and Luka. They need spacing around them. This kid Knecht can knock down threes, but he had a game this year where he knocked down 9 threes. They're going to have to, obviously losing Anthony Davis, the little light in the front court there. I'm not quite sure what they can do, but to me, with Luka and LeBron, my main concern is having shooters around them. And LeBron, in this day and age, he can play center. I mean, he
small ball five.
Exactly. So I think there would be adjustment on how they approach it, but I wouldn't be too upset getting Knecht back if I was a Lakers.
He played a little small ball five for Team USA out in Paris when they won the gold medal game. So we'll see. We'll see how this impacts the Lakers moving forward. What about our wallets? What about our pockets? As we take a look at the odds presented by Great Resort and Casino. Mully went all in on Jimmy Butler's debut, right?
Hesitate again. Don't listen. What do I know?
Well, the Sharps is telling me that there was a lot of sharp money on the Bulls. And you know what? When it was 83-59, you were like, yeah. Good job, Bonte. Thanks for...
You said to put our money on your team for the Rising Stars Challenge.
Yeah, you told us to say.
We're going
you did say
all in with Chris Mullin for the Rising Stars Challenge. Right. And we got you all the way to the All-Star game. And we might put it all in again at the All-Star game.
Okay, just like the Warriors.
Double down.
You guys are shooting 50% tonight. Come on, man.
The Warriors
Keep questioning me. Go ahead. No, I have a chip on my shoulder.
I was telling you,
I got a chip on my shoulder.
Got a chip on your shoulder.
They didn't want me.
No, I gotta get to KB, the great KB, Karen Berg, and our Warriors Insider here in the NBC Sports Bay Area. Monty Poole here, and I want to know what you two were thinking when it was 83-59 with 8:23 left, and the Warriors are down 24. I didn't see this happening, a 45-point turnaround. What are we talking about right now?
I mean, I was thinking it's time to walk to the break room, put my dinner in the microwave, be real leisurely about it. But another thing we were looking at tonight, and I'm glad Jimmy Butler told you guys that he was exhausted when you did the post-game interview with him, because he made it look easy. We were looking at his conditioning tonight, 29 minutes. But he was ready to play.
Yeah. I mean, when they were down 24, I was thinking they're not going to let the Bulls run them off the floor. The question is, how close will they come to closing the gap here? Because they're 24 points a lot. Can they come back? They came back, and Steph got it going, and Jimmy finished it off, I thought. Jimmy Butler, Steve Kerr said before the game that there was no minutes restriction, which was a little surprising to me because he hadn't played since early January. So I'm thinking, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
And he did say he was exhausted.
Yes.
But in watching him play, the way he moved, the energy he projected, all the things you wanted him to do, and he scored 25 points. Mm-hmm. So he didn't look exhausted or fatigued at all. So I think that is all the more impressive that he was able to get through that game as well as he did, produce as he did, and be able to kind of play 29 minutes. That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, and usually a hurried player or a tired player would be more mistake-prone. Only one turnover for Jimmy Butler. But he gave himself a rest, everybody else a rest, by getting to the free throw line. You could take a breather right there as you center yourself for 13 attempts.
All right, we can't wait to watch you to Doves Talk Live coming up immediately following the post-game show. KB and Monty Poole, of course, breaking down this win over the Chicago Bulls. Warriors win 132-111, but our Toyota drive ahead. Looks cold out there,
Looks
Bully.
really cold.
Milwaukee? Oh, this is going to be fun to watch that game from the studio, Bully.
The deserted streets of Milwaukee.
Play number 3. Look at Steph. He sees Vucevic on him. This is a mismatch. Come on for this right. Nice little dime.
Pass, good finish, good cut.
That's what happens when a big's on the perimeter.
One of Steph Curry's
Why you got to go at my bigs, Mully?
Fish out of water.
Wow. I thought you said you wanted him at the perimeter. You don't pick up your mind,
man. Got Quentin Post now, man.
On the bench.
Potts was 16-7-5. Oh, that was
don't foul a jump shooter?
No, don't do that. Don't ever do that. Look at this play. Swing. Draymond's pointing. Conducting traffic.
Good job. What a direct traffic.
Swing, 4.
There you go. 70th 4-point play.
1,
Steph Curry's career.
2, 3,
4. On sumo.
And number 1 play of the game, Steph Curry. Look at this. This is when he was just doing work in that third quarter. 24 points in the third. His 41st 20-point quarter. He was 7 of 11. 5 of 8 from the 3-point line. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Just 2 turnovers, and he helped flip this game by himself. 24 of his 34 coming in the third.
Number 1 highlight is just the whole third quarter?
The whole third quarter, Fezzi.
All right,
why not? They were down 83-59 with 8:23 left, and the Warriors were going a 50-13 run. What a turnaround out in the Windy City as we take a look at the Toyota drive ahead. And 3 monster games before the All-Star break, Fezzi.
No, you got to deal with that first
Buckle
monster.
up.
You got to deal with the Nigerian Greek freak.
No doubt about that. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dame Dalla. They're trying to find their way out in the Eastern Conference. And then you have the Texas two-step, Dallas and Houston. It's a good barometer for the Golden State Warriors going to the break.
Well, kind of like Steph said, talking about having a monster inside and a monster on the perimeter. Well, that's the same thing with Milwaukee. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo doing a lot of damage inside and Damian Lillard on the outside. They made a trade for Kyle Kuzma, and we'll see how that goes.
Look, tonight was a huge win in my mind because there's something to build on. You're not going into Milwaukee trying to reconfigure everything. Build on that second half. Take into Milwaukee, get your tough road win.
You hear from Jimmy Butler on Doves Talk Live up next, folks.